Good morning, and welcome to your AIDailyPress morning podcast for May 28, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, former Prime Minister Tony Blair has launched a scathing critique of the Labour Party's current trajectory in the UK. In an essay, Blair argues that the party lacks a coherent plan for the country and warns against drifting too far to the left. This intervention has sparked a debate within the party, with some critics arguing that his vision for change is overly reliant on technological optimism. In other news, former U.S. President Donald Trump's influence can be seen in the Texas Senate race, where Democratic nominee James Talarico is facing off against Republican Attorney General Ken Paxton. Talarico has walked back some of his past comments on religion and gender that were seized upon by Paxton, describing them as cringy and meant to be deliberately provocative. Lastly, we're also following a thought-provoking conversation sparked by Ben Rhodes, who has been discussing the nature of America and its values. This debate is likely to continue in the coming weeks and months, with figures like Rhodes playing an important role in shaping the conversation. We'll be diving deeper into these stories throughout the day, so now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, the Trump administration's decision to handle the Ebola outbreak has raised important questions about balancing public health concerns with the need to support American health workers and those affected by the virus. The administration's approach has been defended as a necessary measure to protect public health in the United States, but critics argue that the risks of transportation are extremely low if a person is not symptomatic. Secondly, the United States has reimposed sanctions on Francesca Albanese, the UN expert on Palestinians, after an appeals court overruled an earlier order prohibiting the action. Ms. Albanese has been a vocal critic of Israel's treatment of Palestinians and has denied allegations of anti-Semitism. The situation in Gaza remains a critical concern for the international community, with ongoing conflicts and humanitarian crises affecting civilians. Lastly, Jeffrey Donaldson, the former leader of Northern Ireland's Democratic Unionist Party, has gone on trial for allegedly sexually abusing two girls over 4 decades ago. The trial has sent shockwaves through Northern Ireland's political landscape, and the DUP has stated that it takes all allegations of abuse seriously and is cooperating fully with the authorities. These stories highlight complex issues and challenges faced by individuals, communities, and governments worldwide. We'll continue to provide updates and analysis on these developing stories as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, in the Philippines, tensions are rising as the Senate prepares for the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte, set to commence in July. The trial centers on allegations of misusing public funds and threatening to assassinate the president, with a 2/3 majority required for conviction. We'll be keeping a close eye on this developing story and providing in-depth analysis. In other news, Micron Technology's CEO Sanjay Mehrotra has become a billionaire after the company's stock hit record highs, fueled by exploding demand for memory chips used in AI servers. This phenomenon has transformed the traditionally cyclical memory chip industry into one of the hottest markets, with Micron's market capitalization swelling to approximately $1 trillion. Lastly, we're seeing a remarkable rally in the memory chip sector, with Western Digital's stock surging sharply this year after spinning off SanDisk as a standalone public entity. The AI-driven demand for memory chips has created a new era of wealth and opportunity for industry leaders like Sanjay Mehrotra, but experts caution that the memory business is historically highly cyclical. Tune in to our podcast throughout the day for more news, analysis, and updates on these developing stories. And don't forget to subscribe to the AI Daily Press for the latest news and insights from around the world. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, NASA's plans to return humans to the moon by 2024 are underway, with private companies like SpaceX playing a crucial role in the mission. This ambitious project aims to establish a sustainable presence on the lunar surface, paving the way for further human exploration of the solar system. Secondly, researchers have made a groundbreaking discovery in the distant object QS01, where a supermassive black hole dominates, surrounded by very few stars. This phenomenon challenges our current understanding of how these cosmic giants form and raises important questions about the relationship between supermassive black holes and their host galaxies. Lastly, a piece of a SpaceX rocket is predicted to collide with the Moon in August, highlighting the growing concern of space congestion. As we continue to explore and utilize space, the amount of human-made objects in orbit around our planet is increasing exponentially, posing a risk not only to operational spacecraft, but also to the environment of our celestial neighbors. These stories remind us of the complexities and wonders of the universe, and the importance of responsible stewardship of our cosmic environment. Stay curious, keep looking up at those stars, and tune in for more updates on these fascinating topics throughout the day. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. First, in professional football, the Carolina Panthers are facing challenges with injuries, particularly on their defensive line. Tershawn Wharton's neck injury and off-season surgery have raised concerns about his return, but this also presents an opportunity for young players like Cam Jackson to step up. As defensive coordinator Ejiro Evero noted, experience is key, and we're expecting a big jump from our second-year players, including Jackson. In college athletics, the SEC has launched an educational initiative on sports gambling for its athletes. This custom-designed program aims to protect the integrity of competition and equip student-athletes with the knowledge to navigate the complexities of sports betting. Given the rise in legalized sports gambling across different states, such proactive measures are crucial for maintaining fairness and athlete welfare. Lastly, we touched on the intersection of sports betting and collegiate athletics, where recent controversies have sparked debates about eligibility, fair play, and athlete well-being. The SEC's move is part of a broader effort to address these challenges, and it will be interesting to see how other conferences respond. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. In our latest editions, we've been exploring stories that shape our lives and communities. In one article, we took a journey into the world of sports, discussing the intricacies of the game and its impact on fans worldwide. Unfortunately, it seems this specific story isn't available in today's selection. However, we did delve into a compelling case involving a murder investigation in a small American town. The dedication of law enforcement officials to bring justice to the victim's family is truly commendable. This story highlights the resilience of the human spirit and reminds us of the importance of upholding the rule of law. In another article, we examined the rising cost of everyday products and its effects on families and businesses across America. With companies facing higher expenses for raw materials, consumers are seeing price hikes in everything from food to personal care items. It's a challenging time, but the American spirit is one of resilience and community support. These stories remind us of the dignity of ordinary work, the beauty of everyday life, and the importance of tradition. They celebrate the extraordinary aspects of ordinary American life, from farmers who grow our food to workers who manufacture our products and the families who make it all work. Tune in to the AIDailyPress for more stories that explore the heart of America, its people, and their experiences. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First off, we're paying tribute to the legendary jazz musician Sonny Rollins. We took a trip down memory lane with his iconic albums like St. Thomas and Saxophone Colossus. If you're feeling nostalgic, be sure to give them a spin. Next up, K-pop fans are abuzz about aespa's new album, Lemonade, and their pop-up event at Complex LA this weekend. We dove into the group's unique concept, powerful performances, and what fans can expect from the immersive experience. And finally, we shone the spotlight on Tiffany Young, a member of Girls' Generation, who's making waves with her solo single, Summer's Not Over. With her unique sound and style, she's poised to make a significant impact on the music industry. We explored her journey, from navigating group stardom to finding her voice and creating a sense of community through her music. Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we have a heartwarming tale from the Bronx Zoo, where a rare Przewalski's horse has given birth to a foal, marking a significant milestone in conservation efforts. This endangered species is native to Mongolia and China, and the successful breeding program at the zoo is helping to increase their population. Next, we're looking at a viral wildlife encounter involving U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who was seen handling non-venomous black racer snakes with his bare hands. While the incident has sparked both fascination and concern, experts remind us of the importance of respecting wildlife and exercising caution when interacting with animals in their natural habitats. Lastly, we're taking a journey back in time to the dinosaur era, where a newly discovered bird species, Plimidraco bancorurum, or the Banco's feather dragon, has shed new light on the evolution of feathers. This remarkable creature, which dates back to around 121 million years ago, boasts an impressive pair of tail feathers nearly twice the length of its body, likely used for ornamental purposes such as attracting mates. These stories highlight the importance of conservation, respecting wildlife, and continued exploration and research into the natural world. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.